squad, Mark, Willie, and Shanelka opening the batting. The series as it is stands at 1-0 in advantage of the Mammoths. Good morning, Jordan. What's the story?
Good morning, Sham. I'm very excited to see who will take today's win.
It's going to be an interesting game.
It is going to be
Um,
interesting.
Obviously, one side is aching and looking for a win, and the other side is will want to actually, dominate. Given the given all considerations,
Oh,
that's the third ball, and that goes down the boundary for 4 runs. And
a good start. A good start for Colombo Renegades.
Renegades
And
are off the mark.
what about today's conditions?
Not the greatest conditions, to be honest.
No.
We've had a lot of overnight rain, and wet field, the outfield rather, is wet.
It's very
Quite
muddy.
a wet field,
It's very muddy.
and it's quite muddy. The idea of winning the toss and electing to bowl first isn't the worst idea, because this way, at least the fielding side has an advantage in putting the brakes on.
But so far, a good start for Mark Willie. He didn't play yesterday's match, but he's in today. Let's see if he can kind of turn yesterday's loss for Colombo Renegades upside down and give him a bit of a win.
Why not?
Yep.
Former first-class cricketer, now fitness trainer.
And not to forget the young Shanuka who's batting up alongside with him. After yesterday's match, hopefully he can redeem himself a little bit. But nevertheless, young talent on the field today. Excited to watch him.
He is an exciting little player as well.
Very excited.
Right, Satish once again comes
Oh.
with a nice little away swing there. Satish has a lot more zing today in his bowling. I think he's a little refreshed, and had a very good dinner last night. I heard the boys went to Ministry of Crabs.
Yum.
So they've all had their crab on, and now
Extra protein to help perform better.
extra protein, and that's played on the off, taken by the fielder. Who is that? That's yesterday's man of the match.
Ramandeep himself. So far, 4 for 0 and just finished the first over.
That's a good start from both sides.
Not bad at all. Up next for bowling, we have Mr. Lucky. Lucky had a good match yesterday. Bowled 1 wicket. And managed to score a fair bit of runs for Dubai Mammoths. So wondering if he's looking to use his spell a little bit more extra today. But let's have a look. A few words shared with our batsman. I'm sure Shanuka is very excited to be batting alongside Mark Willie today, as he is definitely experienced. So I'm sure that on the field today he'll be sharing some words of wisdom, some great advice to help with Shanuka's batting. Up here, here's his first ball. It's a slight little knock. Was wondering if they were going to go for a run then, but decided not to. Played on the safe side a little bit. Oh, and that is the first wicket of today's match. Shanuka, young Shanuka.
Shanelka.
Shanelka, yes.
That was unfortunate, but you know what? The Dubai Mammoths made a decision to bowl first because they saw some assistance with the field. I'm sure they are going to make sure that they take full advantage of the situation. I think next in to bat is skipper himself, Shashrika Pusigola. Had a bit of a broke down situation yesterday. If you looked at the way he batted, he was entirely getting back to ball. So he'd want to do something different today and come across with a better approach.
Definitely. And you also said yesterday that he likes a little bit of width and a bit of a gap between the ball and the bat when it's been bowled to him. So hopefully he can find the gap and get some big hits for Colombo Renegades today.
They'll need that because these guys can bat, and so can the Mammoths.
I think The Mammoths are going to be hungry for a second win. Coming off their first one, they're going to have some adrenaline. They're going to be excited. They've got some new kits on, which looks good.
A different kit for every day.
Yep, they're going to be very excited today.
This looks very. And red is supposed to be the dominant color for 2023.
Oh, wow.
Could we have a look at that wicket once again?
Let's see if we can.
All right. Lucky. Looking to get lucky once again. 1 wicket for no runs is what he's on at the moment. Just the 1 ball that is. 3 balls that he's bowled. Comes in, toss it. Oh, respectfully played down the ground. And the umpire says 2 balls to go.
Do you think Shashrika's going to play how he did yesterday, scanning the pitch conditions before?
He generally is a slow starter. He likes
Oh.
to get his eye in, have a look, and place the ball accordingly. Let's
There's
have a look at that wicket once again. Little nudge. Tried to do what he did yesterday. Tried to play a late cut and keep a lot fresher today. Made no mistake in that. That's the over. 2 overs, 4 runs, and 1 wicket.
a good start for the Dubai Mammoths.
Make a link go. Other match take a link go.
It's also good to see some former batsmen that shared a lot of history with each other, Shashrika and Mark, up running together. I heard that they were very excited to go into batting with each other today. So let's see if they can use their friendship to create a great partnership for this innings. And that's a good start again from Mark Wally, but good fielding from Dubai Mammoths. And that's Shashrika's first run of his innings. Looking at 6 over 1, coming into 3rd over.
Satish continues. Puts the goal to the face.
At once driven.
Down the track, the boys trudge down the wicket for 1 run. So far, it's been a quiet start. In the 3rd over, just 8 runs on the board. 1 wicket. Marks scoring 6 out of that 8. Slashes and misses. One slash again. Upishly played, but the fielder does not judge it properly. The ball runs down to the boundary, and that is 4.
It's another
Rather-
boundary.
Rather unlucky.
Another boundary
That
under
could
Mark's
easily have been
win.
a different situation.
How so?
But the fielder could have stopped
Could have
it.
stopped it, but yes. But other than that,
Had he been a little forward, we could have actually seen a catch go down.
that
Let's
is
go to the
also
replay.
true.
There you go. Plays it upishly. Just falls a lot shorter, but the fielder did not judge it. I believe that was lucky. 12 runs on the board. Team progressing at 3 runs and over. The 4th over is the start. Satish.
Going in for 2 runs. Mark and Shashika working well together. That's 13 for 1 into our 4th over. Current run rate is 3. And it's Lucky up again. Strong hit from Mark, but not quite strong enough to get past the Dubai Mammoths fielders. That's yesterday's man of the match, Ramandeep, fielding and making sure that no balls go past him. Let's see who today's man of the match will be. Obviously too early to see. Quick conversation between our two batsmen. It's a good start for both of them.
That one was played nicely down the ground, straight to the fielder. There's no urgency showed.
Yeah, no urgency showed at the beginning right now. Acting rather quite casual. Just, I guess, testing to see the pitch conditions. Because there are also a few new players in Colombo Renegades today, Mark being one of them. So I'm sure he's trying to just test the waters before he goes into some big hits. But right now he's got 13 runs for 14 balls. Not too bad of a start. It's 17 for 1 into our 5th over. A good shot from Shashika, but straight into the wickets. And straight into the fielder's hand, sorry. Dubai Mammoths fielding right now are not budging. They're trying their best to stop any balls passing. While Shashika tries to look for any gap possible, and it's a single run. Umpire calls it a wide. First wide of the field and the match for Satish. Just a cheeky little run for our batsman. It's 22 for 1.
friends have gone?
They're coming to Melbourne. Up next to bowl is Malik.
Malik had a forgetful day yesterday, so he would want to redeem himself. Let's see what he's got on under his, ooh, under his sleeves rather. Right. 24 for 1 in 5.2 overs is not the worst start actually, on both sides to be honest.
Yeah, Dubai Mammoths is holding very strong on their fielding, not letting anything go past them, at least not easily.
That's driven and driven to perfection. The fielder takes it at the corner.
Excellent throw.
Such a beautiful shot though. And found the fielder straight away. Shashrika comes down, slashes.
Ooh.
Ball goes through the fielder. And breaks 1 4. 2 runs exchanged.
And that's definitely where the wet conditions came into play, because that ball just stopped. And
It did. And it was also a little difficult for the fielder to get there because he almost slipped.
It's very muddy.
Comes on the track through the non-striker's legs.
And Malik also went for a bit of a dive.
He tried a little something over there.
Our two batsmen, I'm sure, are just enjoying the first beginning of these innings because they're back together, they're batting together again. I think this is going to be a
The
lot of fun.
last time all three of us were in a game was way back in 2011. No, 2010.
Wow. I would have been 6.
You would have been 6. I was just 34.
What do you think's running through our skipper's mind of Colombo Renegades?
At this point,
This one.
lunch.
Lunch. Again.
Pulls it well.
Straight.
That ball's racing towards the boundary. Does it go all the way? It does not. It stops halfway through. Thank you very much, wet field.
Dubai Mammoths surely would be grateful for that.
The score moves on to 31. The 7th over in progress. Satish needs to do something interesting here. He needs to bowl something exceptional. He needs to make the ball move and force an error. Right now, both batsmen seem to be pretty comfortable with
They
what they're
are.
doing. There's no real urgency shown. Neither is there any difficulty in batting shown.
Chase
Sash
down.
comes down the track. Easy one.
Blocked by the Dubai Mammoths skipper.
What would Mark do? He wants to. He cuts, and he cuts well. Once again to the fielder's hands. I think Mark wants the runs to start flowing
I think
because
so.
you get that intention from him. Drops it
Ooh.
short, slashes, and the keeper takes it clean. That one kept low.
The keeper was busy at work yesterday.
He was.
It was some very low balls.
And that's the end of 7 overs, 34 for 1. The Renegades currently progressing at 4.8 runs and over the projected score of around 122. Not the worst thing to have, actually.
Not the worst.
This wicket, in comparison to yesterday's wicket, is a lot more slower and gives little assistance when it comes to batting, and you can't entirely freely score your shots. So as long as the bowlers keep it in the right places, the batsman will struggle.
It's hard to tell the difference. I think Mark is starting to speed things up a little bit, showing that it's time to start getting some more boundaries, sixes. And that's exactly what Shashika just did.
6?
Nope, he got a boundary, which is a good start. I think the momentum will start flowing for these two, and we'll surely see some more boundaries and hopefully the start of many sixes.
I'm not sure the touring side would like that one though.
No. The Dubai Mammoths fielder kind of just galloped over it.
Oh, nice. He's been doing this time and time again today. Just coming, dropping it there, and teasing the batsman. In the last moment, the batsman also being a little confused as to what to do because the line is such.
Strategy or luck?
It's definitely strategy. There you go.
Oh,
He's just
again.
keeping it there, but that was wide.
That was wide.
That was wide. He saw him coming down. He slashed it down, attempting to get, or rather, induce a stumping.
A few more extras already compared to yesterday from Dubai Mammoths.
They were quite tired yesterday, but
Day 2 could be a little bit sore.
I imagine playing tomorrow as well.
Exactly. Decent hit from
Picked
Shashika.
up, dragged from off stump and played down mid on. That's the end of over number 8.
And the start of a water break.
44 runs for 1 wicket. No, it's the end of the power play.
Shashika is calling for water.
No. It's an overcast, gloomy day, which means, it's not going to be so hot, which is good for the boys out there compared to yesterday.
Yesterday it was a scorcher. It was just burning us and we weren't even on the field. So
I know.
I'm sure they're happy.
I was a little embarrassed of myself. Ranjit takes the ball. He had a decent time with the ball yesterday.
He did.
44 for 1, 8th over in progress. The Renegades might want to score a little quicker. They need to look to take in the singles and the twos, but also now penetrating the field for those 4s and 6s.
Still waiting on our first 6 of today
Who knows? This next ball just might be it.
from our skipper.
Why not?
Definitely.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening today.
Maybe next ball from Mark.
I feel something interesting is going to happen with this ball.
I think so too.
You'll either see a boundary or a wicket.
Another wicket might make things a little bit spicy for Dubai Mammoths.
Like that spicy crab they had last night.
Like I said, extra protein for Ranjit.
Let's see what he's done. Comes down, drops it, plays it on the ground. The ball goes straight to the fielder. The fielder has a go at the stumps but decides not to.
And both of us were incorrect.
I mean, if we were correct, then we'd be God level, right?
Yeah, that is true. Let's hope the weather gods, though, leave off the clouds.
No, we should be okay. Rain is expected at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The over 8, I must say, is really good. 8 overs done in less than half an hour.
Yeah, that is not bad.
25 minutes.
So 47 for one.
That one's down the leg side. The umpire calls it a wide. The bowler kicks himself a little bit.
Another single for our batsman. Not a terrible start. We're 49 for one with 9 overs complete. Shashika up again. He's definitely having a better performance than yesterday in terms of batting. Up he is. 23 runs currently off 26 balls. Mahesh is back up. Just didn't get past our fielder. We can definitely see a change in pace from our batsmen, starting to get quicker, the momentum starting to flow a bit more, getting 2 runs rather than just a single. Straight into the hands of our yesterday's man of the match. Mahesh up again. And just 1 single for our batsman. It's 54 for 1 in the 10th over. 10th over is complete now, coming up into our 11th. some words shared with our batsmen, some change in fielding. Things are starting to look a little bit interesting now. Back up again for bowling is Ranjit, hoping to use his spell to make things a little bit more fiery in this match. Maybe another wicket. But as of now, Colombo Renegades are not doing too bad. Once again, another good hit from Mark, but straight into the fielder's direction. Another wide for Ranjit. Colombo Renegades currently looking at 58 for 1 in the 11th over, with a current run rate of 5.61, with a projected score of 140, looking to definitely change as Mark and Shashika show a bit more pace on the field. And I'm sure Dubai Mammoths is also happy with their start because they had a wicket in the first few overs. And of course, that excellent catch leading to another wicket. Despite getting out, Mark did show some pace and started the momentum for our Colombo Renegades. Taking over his spot is Tevindu. Tevindu had a great running yesterday with getting 66 runs for the Colombo Renegades. Definitely made a huge impact in the way our locals performed yesterday. I'm sure he's hoping to make a difference once again. But, as clearly seen, 58 for 2, our Dubai Mammoths are not showing any mercy. Likewise, they didn't show mercy yesterday. So I'm sure Ranjit is hoping to get another wicket underneath his belt. But Tevindu doesn't make it easy as he starts off with the first 6 of his first innings today. brilliant start from Tevindu. $64 for 2, 11 overs complete. Shashika still holding strong. And definitely will feel some adrenaline alongside the excellent performance that Tevindu has just started with. Up bowling. Is Mahesh. Just a little tap from Shashika and a quick single run from the batsman. Shashika is looking at a score of 28 runs off 31 balls currently. Let's see. And Tevindu once again goes for a big hit and gets another boundary for Colombo Renegades. An excellent start for Colombo Renegades and Tevindu. Definitely changing the pace of this match. Let's have a look at this replay. Down on one knee and lets it go easily into the boundary. I'm sure Dubai Mammoths was definitely not expecting anything less from Tevindu after his performance yesterday, and I'm sure they're trying to bring as much as they can, as much as possible, to try get Tevindu out. But once again, a great hit. Not quite enough for a boundary, but he's definitely had a great start. A nice hit from Shashika. We can definitely see a change in speed from our batsmen as the current run rate has increased to 6.09 with the projected score of 152, and it's 71 for 2 in our 12th over. Another big hit from Tevindu. He's definitely started off a lot more faster compared to yesterday. Rather than wasting time looking at the conditions of the pitch, he's gone straight into hitting some big ones, including the 6 and a few boundaries. Definitely running up the score for Colombo Renegades. Quick exchange of words from the batsman. I'm sure Skipper is extremely happy with Tevindu's current performance. And back to bowling is Ranjit, looking for his next wicket. His current wicket rate is 1 for 14 runs. Up on strike, Shashika. Let's see if he can make a difference. Just a little bit too short on that. But we can definitely see a change in power in the way our two batsmen are playing now. They seem to have found a bit more of a rhythm. And another wide for Ranjit and Dubai Mammoths. Yesterday we saw that when Colombo Renegades started bowling that they had a severe amount of extras, and it seems that Dubai Mammoths are kind of following in their footsteps. So let's hope Dubai Mammoths turns things around and that Ranjit can cast a spell because the Colombo Renegades are looking very strong. Just a zoomed in view of our batsman and the wicketkeeper. Tevindu taking a laissez-faire approach with this with no helmet. It seems that he is confident and ready to make a difference with already a fantastic start from his end. And a big hit from our skipper Shashika going all across the boundary for a 6. That's exactly what the Colombo Renegades is hoping for. And I'm sure our captain is very happy with his performance just then. It's 82 for 2. Fantastic shot. Both batsmen clearly finding their rhythm, clearly finding their pace with a 6 under each of their wings. They are definitely looking to score more for Colombo Renegades. Dubai Mammoths, it's up to them to make a little bit of a difference in the approach that they are taking right now. You have Mahesh up again bowling, looking to score his first wicket. Current run rate is 6.31 with a projected score of 158 in our 14th over. Tevindu with another strong knock, strong hit, but not quite strong enough to get to the boundary, and that definitely is because of the pitch conditions. It is extremely muddy out there, and the sun is starting to shine again, making it difficult for our players. And does it go all the way? It does. That's another boundary for Tevindu. Good effort from the Dubai Mammoths skipper, making his way to the boundary, but just not quite fast enough. Back on strike is Shashika, currently on 43 runs off 40 balls, facing Mahesh with a good hit, leading to another boundary for Colombo Renegades. The pace of this match is definitely changing. That's 93 for 2 in the 14th over. Both batsmen are showing definite confidence for Colombo Renegades and performing extremely well. And that's another big hit for Shashika, but just not quite enough for a boundary, leading to a single run for Colombo Renegades. 94 for 2, almost at 100 in our 15th over. Once again, that's another big hit for Tevindu, leading to his second six of his innings. He's definitely building up the momentum for Colombo Renegades and has definitely changed the way the match has been looking. Judging by his current statistics and yesterday's performance, I'm sure Tevindu will reach and beat the 66 runs he earned yesterday in no time. Likewise, Shashika is putting on an amazing performance as he reached 19 runs yesterday, but he's currently on 48 2 runs of 42 balls for today's match. It is looking very, very good for Colombo Renegades. 100 off 2 in our 15th over. Up for bowling, we have Lucky, hoping that he's lucky and can gain the third wicket of this inning. Straight into Dubai Mammoths. They tried to go for a run out, but they were a bit too slow and our Colombo Renegades batsman was just too quick. And that's 50 for Shashika in today's innings. What a performance so far for him. Let's see what else he has up his sleeves. Another strong hit from Tevindu. I believe the Dubai Mammoths fielding is also starting to become a bit more stronger. They're trying to close as many gaps as possible because Colombo Renegades are definitely targeting them with their boundaries. The ball just bounced off the ground then from Shashika, and our Dubai Mammoths fielder uses his feet to intercept. Clearly did work. We're on 106 for 2 in our 15th over. Lucky is still waiting for some more luck. Not quite to the boundary, but they are definitely showing some great pace, our two batsmen. Shashika, 53 runs of 45 balls. Let's look at the replay. And Tevindu, 21 off 10. Another wide for Dubai Mammoths. The extras are climbing. A good little run from our batsman, with the current run rate of 7.33. And judging by our wicketkeeper from Dubai Mammoths, we can definitely see that the heat is coming down a lot more than it was at the beginning of the match. Right now, 110 for 2, coming into our 16th over. And we're back. Shashika on strike with the man of the match from yesterday, Ramandeep, taking his first ball of today's innings. Currently at 110 for 2. Good start from Shash. Great start, actually, leading to another boundary underneath his wing. As we're in our 16th over, I'm sure Colombo Renegades is looking to score big and to score big fast. Dubai Mammoths, on the other hand, will definitely have their guards up to ensure that little mistakes like earlier are not to happen again. And I'm sure Ramandeep is looking for another wicket. Here we go again. Ramandeep against our skipper. Good fielding from Dubai Mammoths, but it was a wide from Ramandeep. That's the first wide for him. These extras that are being given by the Dubai Mammoths can play a huge advantage for Colombo Renegades. Up again, we have Tevindu. He's currently on 21 for 10 balls. I'm sure he's looking to get some big hits and some big knocks for Colombo Renegades. His projected score is 189 runs. Current run rate is 7.57. Just a front defence from Tevindu. Up again, Ramandeep. We can definitely see the power from Tevindu. We can see that he's really wanting some more boundaries and a few sixes for Colombo Renegades. He just needs to find his rhythm. As you can see, he keeps mimicking the shot that he's trying to take to his captain. And that's once again another boundary for Tevindu. Definitely changing the pace for Colombo Renegades. He is showing a great start. 120 for 2 in the 16th over. 16th over just complete. With a current run rate of 7.58. Tevindu is up 25 runs off 13 balls alongside his partner Shashika, 61 runs off 49 balls. Up again, we have Lucky bowling, hoping to get his second wicket of the day. I'm sure Dubai Mammoths is looking to get one of the great batsmen out right now because they are both performing very well. Just like that hit from Tevindu, not quite far enough for another boundary, but definitely changing the way for Colombo Renegades. Excellent hit from our skipper Shashika, leading to his another six of the day. Pretty sure that's his third six of the innings. Almost lost for words just then. I'm sure he is extremely happy with his current performance at 68 runs off 51 balls. Definitely making it difficult for Dubai Mammoths to chase in the next innings. This could be Colombo Renegades' comeback after yesterday's loss. I'm sure Dubai Mammoths is hoping for another wicket. Which is exactly what they just did. Excellent performance from our captain, Shashika of Colombo Renegades, but also an excellent performance from Lucky, gaining his second wicket of today's innings. That is exactly what they needed and were hoping for Dubai Mammoths. It's 130 for 3 in the 17th over. Still enough room for Colombo Renegades to score an exceptional amount of runs, and also still enough room for Dubai Mammoths to put a stop to the amount of runs, as they are definitely going to be feeling some excited after that third wicket. Up next to bat for Colombo Renegades is the young Kavindu. He also had a very strong performance yesterday for Colombo Renegades, coming in to show and see if he can make a difference after that third wicket. I'm sure Lucky is feeling extremely lucky after that second wicket and is looking for his third. Here's Kavindu facing his first ball. Straight into the fielder's hands. Ramandeep back up to bowl against Tevindu, who's still looking for some strong hits. But Ramandeep is hoping to gain another wicket for Dubai Mammoths. His first wicket personally, but he's looking to gain the fourth wicket. And that's another wicket. Like I said, Ramandeep was calling it and hoping for the fourth wicket, and that's in fact what he just did. Tevindu out. After a good innings though for Tevindu, he had 28 runs. But Ramandeep sure is very happy with that ball. Straight through the stumps and off Tevindu goes. That is a big blow for Colombo Renegades though, as Tevindu was hitting several boundaries and a few sixes. So as we're seeing, the Dubai Mammoths are very happy with Ramandeep's performance. That's 132 for 4 in the 18th over. Let's have a look at this replay. An excellent bowl from Ramandeep. Definitely shocked from a shocked face from Tevindu. But that is cricket. Up next we have Lahuru hoping to make a difference in the tail end of the first innings. Colombo Renegades is in need of some more runs. It is in need of some score and high runs, because if they want to make a difference and they want to make the chase for Dubai Mammoths a lot more difficult, they need to start scoring some more. Up again, Ramandeep, Lahuru for his first ball. And a quick cheeky single is taken. Ramandeep questioning whether or not he should have thrown that for a run out, but the Colombo Renegades were just too fast. And a big knock from Kavindu. What a great start for the young man that has just started his innings leading to his first six. That is exactly what Colombo Renegades is in need for. A few more sixes and a few more boundaries for the end of today's first innings. Up again, Kavindu. Looking for... Oh, and that's another wicket for Dubai Mammoths. Coming off just a six, leading to a wicket from Kavindu. Dubai Mammoths is surely going to be very happy with their performance. That's 5 wickets. Colombo Renegades at a bit of a stump with 2 wickets just from Ramandeep itself. I'm sure Ramandeep is extremely happy with his current performance, looking to clinch that man of the match title once again. As we can see, the Dubai Mammoths celebrating that other wicket, laughing about. I'm sure They are very, very happy with what they are currently doing. Colombo Renegades, on the other hand, is looking for a few more tactics and strategies to pull out in the 18th over, as it's 139 for 5. Let's see who is up next for Colombo Renegades. Let's have a look at this replay again. Tried to hit it big, tried to hit it long, just went way too high and fell right into our fielder's hands. Picture perfect for Dubai Mammoths. Before we had Covendu, and now we have Ravindu. So let's see if he can cast some magic for Colombo Renegades to try increase their score to make the chase a little bit more difficult for Dubai Mammoths. But what an over for Ramandeep. 2 wickets. He is surely walking off happy. Next we have Ranjit up again. Had a little bit of difficulty early on in these innings. Let a few wides slip for Dubai Mammoths and giving a few extras to Colombo Renegades. Let's see if he can try gain another wicket for him, as he already has one. And unfortunately, starting off with a slow start for Ranjit again, leading to a free hit for the Colombo Renegades. Let's see if young Lahiru can make use of this free hit and take full advantage. And he does just that, leading to an exceptional 6 for Lahiru. Fantastic for Colombo Renegades. Let's watch this replay. Steps out in front, takes a big hit, and it surely pays off for Lahiru. And of course, Colombo Renegades are surely watching on in happiness. That's 146 of 5 coming into our 19th over, almost at the end of this innings. Lahiru looking for just some more. Current run rate of 7.96. With a projected score of 199, with a score currently of 146. If Colombo Renegades wants to make Dubai Mammoths chase difficult, they're going to have to start scoring a few more, which is exactly what Lahiro also had in mind, with once again another 6 for Colombo Renegades. Excellent performance for him so far. This is exactly what Colombo Renegades is needing and what Colombo Renegades was hoping for. Let's have a look at this replay again. Steps out in front, takes a big hit, and definitely once again pays off for Colombo Renegades. Ranji not exactly having the greatest over with 2 sixes, both taken by Lahiru. The current run rate is 8.14. It is definitely looking like Colombo Renegades is hoping to finish off their innings strong. Yesterday's innings from Dubai Mammoths, the first innings was 213 runs. At this stage, it is looking like Colombo Renegades has the ability to reach up to that. However, it'll be very difficult, and let's see in the last few overs if they can do that or even better. Some discussions amongst the two batsmen, trying to see what their next plans are, trying to see strategy. Surely there's a few changes in the field. Dubai Mammoths are definitely going to have all guards up in the last few overs to ensure that the runs that Lahiru seems to be scoring right now tries to go down and is limited, because after 2 sixes, the adrenaline in Lahiru will be flowing, the momentum will be flowing, so he's definitely looking to hit some more. Up again, bowling, we have his last ball of the over, Ranjit. And as he goes, was thinking of running our two batsmen, but decided not to. Another strong hit from Lahiru, but just didn't quite get the pace and elevation that it needed. Yet they were able to score a cheeky run. With the 19th over complete, that's 153 for 5. As we can see, the fielding of Dubai Mammoths, they're trying their hardest, a little sloppy in some areas, but definitely trying to pull out everything possible. That was a close run out for the Colombo Renegades. Both teams looking to bring out their best and to perform to their fullest. First ball of the 20th over. And a big whack from Lahuru, but ending in another wicket for Dubai Mammoths. That's exactly what they're hoping for and exactly what they are wanting, to put a stop to Colombo Renegades' quick pace in their innings. That's 153 for 6. And that's another wicket, up for Lucky and up Lucky's sleeve. He's definitely looking lucky right now. I'm going to start calling wickets wickies from now on. Dubai Mammoths surely very pleased right now with their performance, especially coming to the end of the first innings. They are looking to pull everything out possible, and that is indeed what they are doing. Colombo Renegades, on the other hand, have to try figure out what they are going to do for the last few overs. The projected score is 200, and the current run rate is 7.98. They're definitely going to need a lot more to make a difference. Bringing in Dinith. We didn't see Dinith bat yesterday for Colombo Renegades, so let's see if he has anything to pull out to make a difference for Colombo Renegades to hopefully try and get into the 200s. But it's going to be difficult, and Dubai Mammoths clearly is on a roll with their wickets. Lucky having 3 wickets, he's up again. Good fielding from Dubai Mammoths. Trying to block any more boundaries from our Colombo Renegades. And that ball was definitely in Dubai Mammoth's favour. Once again, Raman deep. $156 for 6. Few changes in the fielding by Dubai Mammoths. Definitely trying to close any gaps. We can see Lucky trying to run for it. Just got away from him. But not quite fast enough to get another boundary. Just a few runs. Ooh, definitely tried to hit behind, but it was a wide. Another wide for Dubai Mammoths. Right now is the time for Colombo Renegades to start scoring those extra runs. Coming into the 21st over, we are well into the tail end of this innings. Ravindu and Dinith need to make a few changes in their strategy. Because it is coming to the end of the innings, they are on 6 wickets. It may be a little bit risky to start taking some big ones, but they do have a few wickets in hand if they play it correctly. Back up to bowl, we have Raman Deep looking for his next wicket. He's definitely had a great performance so far. Another wide for Dubai Mammoths. This is definitely not a time where they want to be giving off wides and giving off extra runs for Colombo Renegades. Into the fielder's hands of Dubai Mammoths. The sun is scorching down on Thurston School grounds. But Dubai Mammoths are from Dubai, so they're definitely used to the heat. And of course, the locals expect nothing else. And another wide for Dubai Mammoths. Costing runs, leading to another boundary for Colombo Renegades. Throughout the first innings, Colombo Renegades has shown consistent performance in terms of their boundaries, and the partnerships between both batsmen have been incredibly good. As we saw Shashika and Mark had a fantastic batsman partnership. Tavindu with Shashika as well. They just need a bit more for the safe side. An easy run from our batsman, just chugged down the straight. A big hit from Dinith. But Dubai Mammoth's fielding has stayed consistent and strong, trying not to let anything get past them. 168 for 6. And that's another wicket for Dubai Mammoths. That's down 7. They are feeling exceptionally happy, and that is detrimental to Colombo Renegades' score right now. 168 for 7. Raman Deep is once again on fire. Coming up to his 3rd wicket of today. I am sure Dubai Mammoths will be very, very happy with their performance so far. They have definitely put a stump to Colombo Renegades' strong start. But then, once again, Colombo Renegades can bring out some big hits and change the way it is. But as for now, Dubai Mammoths is conquering the first innings. But if you tuned into yesterday's match, we saw that Colombo Renegades is indeed strong in their fielding side as well as their bowling. So I'm sure in the second innings, when the conditions are a bit different, they will definitely make a difference and to hopefully try come back. Straight down, a knock from the newest batsman, a sailor. A sailor definitely would be walking into the pitch right now to try earn as much as possible in the last few overs of this innings for Colombo Renegades. Just too late on that. Struggling to find their pace a little bit, a sailor. He might be feeling the pressure in these last few overs. Likewise, Mahesh has showed great bowling throughout today and yesterday. So definitely the pressure is on. Takes a good hit, but straight into Lucky's hands whilst fielding. 168 for 7. We're now 26 over. This is up to Colombo Renegades to start to try and make a difference with a projected score of 195 and a current rate of 7.81.
Why is it not giving out?
Seemed like it was out. I also thought it was out. But the umpire says no. Let's have a look at this replay. No? Sailor would definitely be relieved from that. Welcome back. Welcome back, Sham.
What's up, George?
Joining me with a copy.
With a cup of coffee jacked up with sugar. Oh my
Too much
goodness.
cine. Copy with too much
Way
cine.
Too much.
Well, you've missed an exciting innings from Colombo Renegades, and Dubai Mammoths is currently conquering their innings with 7 wickets down.
They seem to have come back really harder and stronger. 169 for 7 is what we're looking at. At one point, the Renegades looked like they were well on the way to 200 plus score.
I agreed.
Asseler, not much cricket background for him. He's not played any cricket in at least 2 years. So we're going to have to wait and see how he goes about his work. Dinit has been playing, but right now he's under pressure and he's more a bowler than a batsman.
Definitely under pressure. Ramandeep managed to get his 3rd wicket and he's up again to try and get his 4th, and that was very, very close.
Ramandeep has actually been on song. He's enjoyed the tour. He's had a lot of good fun. He's taken wickets. He's scoring runs.
Definitely. He scored 71 runs yesterday and started off today with 3 wickets.
So he is going to look to carry his momentum through. That coffee is way too sweet.
Too sweet. Like Javed Mindad would say when you offered him tea, if you say, do you want any sugar? He'd be like,
What
I'm
just
sweet
happened?
enough.
Was he bowled?
Is that?
He was bowled.
Oh, wow.
That was the weirdest thing.
I was not focusing, if being honest. I was telling my Javed Mindad story.
There you go. Just like that. I need to see the replay on
I
this
need to
one.
see the replay, please.
The batsman was a
Oh.
little... Okay, let's see. Here we go.
It's called for a wicket.
Ramandeep with his 4th wicket, 4 for 39, 29, comes in, bowls it in the slot,
Oh,
goes down the leg. The batsman thinks it's a wide, and you know what? No,
It's a
not.
wicket.
It's a wicket.
that is Ramandeep's 4th wicket for today. Sham and I were just saying how exceptionally well he's been playing, and another wicket under his sleeve just goes to show exactly that. Dubai Mammoths is currently on fire and very happy with their first innings. Yet, Colombo Renegades is still having to field, and I'm sure that they can make a difference. But as for now, it's 169 for 8 overs. We're coming into our 23rd over. Current run rate of 7.57 with a projected score of 189, making it a little bit difficult for Colombo Renegades to reach the 200 target. Looking at the replay again, straight through Dinit's legs. We have a very exciting batsman joining us now, Mr. Krishan Impet.
And, okay, he and I have not played cricket since 2017.
Wow.
Yeah. The last time we it was also in this ground. We needed 6 runs to win, and he came out and just struck the ball. I remember that one. All right. Let's see what he's capable of. Looks to launch himself. He's standing up. Oh,
He seems like he has the power, but
he is a power hitter.
ended up with another wide for Dubai Mammoths.
I think Ramandeep is obviously hunting for his 5th wicket.
Yes.
He's trying to lure Krish to slash and get an edge.
They
and
do
maybe
keep
nick it to the keeper.
They do keep bouncing back. They get a wicket and then they go through a series of wides and then they get another wicket. So maybe it's just the pattern that they're following.
It's the Mammoth style.
It's a Mammoth style. That is right.
But that was a good delivery. A really good delivery. Teasing him on the offside.
They have had a mammoth performance so far, especially Ramandeep. If you can't hear me, if you can hear me behind, we have Mr. Sham yelling at Krishan, trying to make a difference for Colombo Renegades. 170 for 8. Ramandeep up again. And another miss.
playing away from himself, not doing himself any favors. Look at that look on his face.
He knows it.
He knows. I think he's also not wearing a box. So he's going to be a little cautious about the family jewels area. Here we go, Ramandeep once again. Oh, nice delivery. Straight one. That's exactly what Ramandeep was expecting him to do. So here's the fun part. Asala and Krishan, they both work together in the same industry.
Maybe that's why he's feeling a bit pressurized
Who knows?
to show that he can play cricket. Back up to bowl again is Mahesh. He's had a relatively good performance this first innings.
How good has Ramandeep been though? 4 for 30 runs, and he's kept a tight lead on the scoring. He's been the main man who's caused trouble from the 8 wickets that has fallen down. And now we have the new bowler Mahesh.
Like I said yesterday, Ramandeep managed to get man of the match, and he's certainly on the hunt to get that title once again.
Possibly man of the series too. No wicket yet for Mahesh. 33 runs on the board.
We're at the tail end of this innings.
Nice loop. Oh dear Lord, that was a complete hit and miss.
No.
I think everybody's finding that a little amusing. If Mahesh could get that same delivery to come into the batsman, you could expect him to edge it to the keeper or even get a thick edge into his stumps.
Definitely.
There you go. Better line.
He did manage to hit it this time though.
A little less fuller. Here we go. Once again, Mahesh enticing him. There you go. Both batsmen at this point are much like the Sri Lankan politician in the parliament, clueless as to what's going on.
No comment.
Oh. Are they going for a run? Oh, what's going on here?
no.
Bad communication. The umpire says no. Okay, great. Good stuff.
Okay, that's good. They were looking for a cheeky run, weren't sure what to do, and it almost ended in disaster once again for Colombo Renegades. But thankfully, it didn't.
Out. That was given out.
Now it's given out.
That was given out. Just that our angle isn't right.
Oh.
It is.
Apologies. Our angle is not correct.
So the Renegades are actually playing with one batsman short and with one player short at the moment.
Let's go, Sham. Take it on.
Nothing to take on. 170 for 8, and they're all out because they're one player short.
That is unfortunate. And that's the conclusion of the first innings.
Yep. Just under 8 balls to spare. Everybody's going back in, so we'll be back in about 40 minutes for after lunch.
Yep.
Giving a target of 171 set for the Mammoths. I believe this game right now is poised pretty evenly. And if I am to say so myself, I think the Renegades just might have enough.
I think so too. I think they're going to come back stronger.
Let's have a look at the scorecard. Pusagola with 68 or 52.
Great.
A much better performance today. 27 to Mark Willie. And 14 to Lahiru Madhushankar. And 28 to Tevindu, once again, who was the man who almost saw it through yesterday for the Renegades. Let's look at the bowling right now. No questions asked. Lucky Abbas at the top, 3 for 30 in his 5 overs. Kept a nice tight line. Did not give much room, and he did a lot of damage. Ramandeep Sharma on the other side, 4 overs, 14 dots, 4 for 30 runs. He
Excellent.
had an absolute game plan. He stuck to it. But don't forget, Satish at the top, 4 overs, 23 runs with 10 dots. He kept it neat and tidy as well, giving Lucky the opportunity to actually strike and get wickets. Also, 2 overs to Malik. It was expensive. Went at 8 runs and over. Ranjit Chavan got the 1 wicket with 38 runs. But I think everybody chipped in and came together to make sure that the Renegades did not run away with the game.
Definitely. They were on fire, Dubai Mammoths. But anything can happen, and let's see what will happen in the second innings. Dubai Mammoths need 171 runs in 25 overs. We'll be back soon. All right, welcome back everyone to day 2 of Dubai Mammoths Sri Lankan cricket tour. It is the second innings. We have the Dubai Mammoths batting now and the Colombo Renegades going ahead and bowling. This is the second bowl of the second innings. Let's start. To start with the bowling, we have Samir T and Malik. They both scored a severe amount of runs yesterday in the first match of the tour. Bowling up against them is Dinith. And right now, Dubai Mammoths needs 171 runs in 148 balls. A good chase for them and a good chase for them that they can achieve. Colombo Renegades has to use their spell to get some early wickets in. Some good fielding from Colombo Renegades to start in this first over. As you can see, the weather has changed drastically. It is sunny, and very hot for our players down there. Good bowling and a good start from Dinith. Fantastic beginning. And I'm pretty sure Dubai Mammoths was not ready for that start and it's such an early wicket for them. 1 wicket underneath Dinith's lead. That's Malik out. Just looking at the replay there. Exceptional bowling. It's a great start for Colombo Renegades because they had a relatively okay innings. Dubai Mammoths definitely bought their strength and managed to get Colombo Renegades all out. So it's important that Colombo Renegades brings in the same momentum, the same fire up against these hungry Mammoths that are looking for their second win of the tournament. Because if they win again today, that's 2-0. So it is important that Colombo Renegades keeps up this momentum and this adrenaline and this pace and brings out the fire. An excellent start. Newest batsman coming to the crease. And it's no other than Badami. We don't see Badami bowl. He's strong in the batting side of cricket. As you can see behind him, you've got the two friends, Shashika Skipper and Mark, discussing what's next. Excellent, consistent bowling from Dinith in the first over. Up again. Right now, the Colombo Renegades is very, very happy with how Dinith bowled in the first over. That's 1 over down, and it's 1-for-1. An excellent score for Colombo Renegades right now. On the other hand, for Dubai Mammoths, I'm sure they're trying to come up with a plan where the next few batsmen can start hitting some boundaries and some sixes and just trying to generate the runs because right now it is obviously not looking too great for Dubai Mammoths. They need 170 runs in 144 balls. Unfortunately, that's the first wide for Colombo Renegades. Yesterday, during the first set of innings, Colombo Renegades, they bowled first and they managed to let go of 31 extras. So today, I'm sure one of their objectives is to not give off as many extras as they did yesterday. Dubai Mammoths let off a few, but Colombo Renegades need to make sure that they try keep off the wides as much as possible. Finally, some action. Lahiru up for the second bowler. A big hit from Badami, but not quite strong enough. Young Shanuka fielding managed to stop the ball before it went to the boundary. And that is exactly where Samir wants to begin. He may have chased for it, but unfortunately he wasn't quite fast enough and led to Dubai Mammoth's first boundary of the innings. A good start from Samir. Hopefully this is the start of many boundaries and sixes to follow as Dubai Mammoths gets their pace. Yet the fielding from Colombo Renegades is still very, very strong as their bowling is. Another hit from Samir, just doesn't get quite enough to the boundary, and that obviously is the weather conditions. But some commotion. Ten for 1. Still need 161 runs in 139 balls. Like I said before, it's not impossible, and Dubai Mammoths managed to score 213 runs yesterday, so it's looking pretty good for them. However, Colombo Renegades will still definitely make sure that they come off strong and ensure that their fielding is incredibly defensive. Up once again, we have Dinith, who already has a wicket under his sleeve, looking to steal his second wicket. What a great start for his first over. Second overs. That's 2 overs complete, coming into the third over now. Dinith goes and bowls. Doesn't get past the Colombo Renegades fielder. Still in the need of 160 runs. Current run rate is 5.50, and they're looking to need to start hitting some higher, bigger ones. However, the start of it hasn't been too bad despite the wicket. Both Samir and Badami has shown a bit of a consistent pace. but still going very casually and trying to get singles rather than boundaries or sixes. But there's a bit of a miscommunication. An umpire doesn't call for it. Bit of a communication issue between our two batsmen, causing one of them to almost be run out, but just got there enough in time. I think Colombo Renegades is willing and ready to pull out anything to make sure that the score from Dubai Mammoths does not increase as much as they are hoping to increase it by. And they seem to be on the ball about everything, but that is a big hit from Badami, leading to the first 6 of the second innings. That's exactly where they want to be right now. And exactly, sorry, my bad, that's a 4. The angle changed for my camera angle. But nevertheless, a good 4 and a good boundary will definitely help in Dubai Mammoth's score. Yes, so like just to clear up some confusion, our camera angle had changed a little bit. It looked like a 6 to us, but the umpire has given 4. Good fielding from Colombo Renegades. Ooh, some strong bowling from Dinith. Definitely looking to keep up this pace with his bowling because it is definitely making an impact on our two batsmen. Struggling to find a bit of a momentum, the two Dubai Mammoth batsmen, but it's still very early. It's only 3 overs down. 17 for 1, and Dubai Mammoths need 154 runs in 132 balls. Excellent keeping from the Colombo Renegades wicketkeeper, Mark Willey. He also had a relatively good relatively good innings at the beginning. Once again, Mark Willey with great wicket-keeping skills, as well as Lahiru with his bowling skills. Right now, nothing is getting past the Colombo Renegades. Their fielding has been consistent in the first few overs, making sure that Dubai Mammoths doesn't find any gaps in between to earn some extra runs. Lahiri once again up. Oh, never mind. Colombo Renegades fielder chasing it and it just stops. That is definitely the weather conditions coming into play for Colombo Renegades. It's still very much damp out there due to the heavy rain, and that is definitely slowing down the balls from reaching the boundaries. And that's the end of the fourth over. It's 20 for 1. Dubai Mammoths still need 150 runs in 126 balls. Decent hit from Badami. Still trying to test the conditions of the pitch, trying to find some kind of pace and routine to follow as well as a rhythm. But up for bowling, we have the captain of Colombo Renegades, Shashika Pusegola, up next. Just a tap from Samir. Close, but not close enough. Some strong bowling from the Colombo Renegades skipper. And that's the end of the first 5 overs. Currently 22 for 1. They still need 149 runs in 120 balls. Up next for bowling, we have young Srilanka. Definitely showed some strength yesterday in his bowling skills. And that's another boundary for Dubai Mammoths and for Samir. Exactly what they are hoping for, as they need to start climbing and gradually getting more boundaries and potentially some sixes to start targeting the 145 runs that are needed. Great fielding from Colombo Renegades, diving and stopping that ball from going into a boundary. Colombo Renegades is definitely trying to close in on Dubai Mammoths, trying to block every gap possible to ensure that they don't get any singles, any other runs, because that is exactly what they need to prevent Dubai Mammoths from trying to reach their target score. Yet, Dubai Mammoths are not taking no for an answer, and that is another boundary for Badami. And the score is gradually growing, 31 for 1. We're in the 6th over. Colombo Renegades definitely started off strong by taking the first wicket in the first over, but Dubai Mammoths is growing and coming back even stronger with another boundary. They are ready to take Colombo Renegades on. An excellent hit from Badami. Not the most ideal over that Srilanka had wanted or expected. But then again, it's still very, very early on, and we're only in our 7th over. And Dubai Mammoths are hungry for the win, but Colombo Renegades are just as hungry. Once again, bowling, we have our skipper, Shashika Pusegola. And is that another boundary for Samir? It in fact is. This is exactly what Dubai Mammoths is wanting and hoping for. They have started off strong and they are continuing to perform just as strong. It is time for Colombo Renegades to find some rhythm to stop these boundaries. Welcome back, Sham. This is second innings.
What's up, George? Okay, 39 for one, and it's a seventh
And
over in progress. What a shot that is!
Just ahead of the boundary.
Tell you what, though, the Renegades have a younger fielding outlet,
They do.
so they will cut off a lot of those boundaries. Something that the Mammoths couldn't do, and this is the only place where there'll be an advantage because I believe the Mammoths have better batting.
Yes, definitely. And I think we've seen that over the past 2 days. Their batting has indeed been strong.
Yep.
And I also mentioned at the beginning, Colombo Renegades fielding yesterday was quite strong. As opposed, when they didn't make those silly little mistakes, they did manage to stop most of the balls from hitting the
That
boundaries.
is true. That being said, they did leak a lot of extras yesterday,
The
and that
bowling,
was
yeah.
their undoing.
And is that
Nice little
Oh.
sweep. Batsman exchange sides for one run. And the umpire comes and says, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, wait, what's going on? Okay, it's 4 balls, 4 balls.
it's commotion? 41 for 1. They need 130 runs in 110 balls. Definitely doable for the Dubai Mammoths, but it's not going to be let off easily.
Turns out I was talking to a mic that wasn't working all this time.
And that means I've sat here talking to a person,
You've been talking to yourself.
talking to herself, that everyone else must be thinking, what is she responding to? Welcome back, Sham.
Welcome back to me too. Yes, thank you. So, just in case you're wondering what all the noise in the background is, we've got a football tournament going on the other side as well. And we've got a cricket match happening. Okay, Sash comes in once again, drops it short. Batsman pulls it, and
Oh, a
that
missed catch.
was an opportunity gone a-begging.
Young Shan
Shamel Kerr, also known as TP according to me. I like that car going in the background.
What's so good about it?
It looks nice.
It looks nice.
Can we have a look at that little dropped catch opportunity?
We can see our two batsmen sweating. It's looking hot out there.
Shashaka comes and drops it. A cut, complete miss hit, and that was just elementary. You don't drop those catches. And add to it, the ball flashes across. The batsmen take a little water break.
I've asked you again in the first innings, and I'll ask you again in the second innings. What is going through Shashika's mind, and what would be going through the Dubai Mammoths skipper?
Right about now, Shashaka is thinking about,
Because he already had his
Dinner.
lunch.
He's
Okay,
thinking
so
about dinner.
he's thinking about his dinner.
yeah, Dubai Mammoths are probably thinking, okay, we need to get these runs, and we need to go get them fast and quick. So they'll
Definitely.
obviously look to take the attack on. They do not want to lose any more wickets, but they will look to rotate the strike, and they have been doing that very well. The previous over itself, if you look at it, it was like they had a ball that went for 4, and then they got 3 singles thereafter. So 7 runs. They are slowly inching away. Their current run rate is 6, although the required run rate is 7, but they are keeping it there and thereabout. So it's not a big discrepancy in terms of runs and balls.
They seem to be taking a much faster approach in gaining runs compared to what we saw Colombo Renegades do.
Correct. So the requirement right now is 129 of 108 balls. What's going on?
Up again, bowling, we have Kavindu.
Okay, dokes. Not entirely reading that ball, just nudging it down. And
And
who is
some
that? Oh, that's young Impet.
using his footwork to make a difference on the
The little
field.
brother running after the ball, trying to do something there. Did not have a good outing with the bat. Remained not out on zero.
Let's see if he can make a difference in fielding.
Comes Cavinder. Okay, ball in the slot. Whacked
Not quite.
to mid on.
Straight into Tevindu's hands. Some good fielding from Colombo Renegades. And what an excellent wicket we just saw. Young Kavindu has his first wicket of today, straight through the wickets
Bold.
of Badumi.
Ah, that was a bad shot to a good length delivery. The batsman will not be happy about that. He could have done so many things. So many things he had. So many options that he went for the wrong option.
And that's the second
Sam.
wicket.
And Samir is out. No, it's not Samir. It was not Samir. It was out.
Badumi. Badumi.
Oh, man. Let's have a look at that one more time.
Can we watch it?
Here we go. The ball keeps low, comes straight across. What do? I decide to hoist it onto mid-off. Mid-on, rather. And bat in between
Under his arm.
under the armpit.
And off.
And I go home, remove my gloves, maybe have some lunch, put legs up, sit down, think about that, and rue the decision later on.
And regret. So in next is Salim.
7.4 overs is what we're looking at. 45 runs for two. The requirement now is 126 of 104 balls.
Still in anyone's court at this point, I'm thinking.
I am slightly inching towards the home side.
Colombo Renegades. Kavindu's bowling looking great so far with one wicket with only 3 runs. Still in need of 126 runs.
Okay. Yeah. I can't hear you. Hi, what's up? How was school today? Teacher asked why you didn't come yesterday. And then what did you say?
Was almost a wicket. but the umpire decides to not call it. Colombo Renegades laughing it off. And I'm sure Samir will be feeling very good that it wasn't a wicket. Surely and once again, the umpire is not calling it. He's running for it. And what a catch from Mr. Tevindu himself. Had an amazing hit in the beginning and ended it with an amazing catch. That's great. Colombo Renegades are feeling extra happy now that that is their third wicket in just the ninth over. What a catch. He went for it and continued to go for it. And the other fieldsmen stopped, let Tevindu shine, and in fact, he got out. As we can see, the Colombo Renegades team walking back to their spots, feeling quite confident in what they're doing right now. It's the ninth over. Dubai Mammoths still need 125 runs in 97 balls. Based on their performance yesterday and the current score, they had a lot more going for them than what they do now. So let's see if they can do it, because right now they are in desperate need of those 4s and 6s. But Colombo Renegades, as we are seeing, are not going to let it go easy. Let's have a look at this wonderful catch once again. You could definitely be watching the other fieldmen charge for it, and then all of a sudden Tevindu comes out of nowhere and does the biggest dive and secures the catch. He should definitely be proud of that one. Up for bowling, we have Ravindu. He's already got a wicket underneath his sleeve, and he's hunting down the second one with no runs. Coming into bat is Ranjit. Ranjit had a very well played out bowling. He also had a few wickets under his sleeve. Let's see if he can channel that energy into his batting. Little bit of sloppy fielding from Colombo Renegades, but not sloppy enough to let it go past them. I'm sure Dubai Mammoths is trying every possible technique to start increasing the runs. Right now, the run rate is 5.22 and the needed run rate is 7.75. And it's up, it's up, it's up, and that's another wicket for Colombo Renegades. They are on absolute fire. Dubai Mammoths has no idea what they're doing right now because they are incredibly shocked. Colombo Renegades are coming back stronger than ever, and they are showing Dubai Mammoths what they were hiding. That's 48 for 4. Let's have a look at this catch. It goes up and up and up and up. And he's charging for it. And I've got a feeling that Dubai Mammoths knew that that was another wicket. Excellent performance from Colombo Renegades so far. This is exactly what they were hoping to bring into the second day of this tournament. And that's another wicket up Calvin Deuce's sleeve. Dubai Mammoths still need a huge amount of runs, 123 runs in 95 balls. Not impossible, but at the rate of Colombo Renegades and how they are performing in their fielding, it is going to be challenging for Dubai Mammoths. But, as time and time again, we have seen Dubai Mammoths pull out some extraordinary cricket. So let's see, it's in anyone's corner. Coming into our 10th over, 48 for 4. Some very strong bowling from Kavindu. As we can see, Lucky is the next batsman for Dubai Mammoths. Let's hope, once again, let me say it, let's hope he's lucky to make a difference for Dubai Mammoths, as Colombo Renegades is clearly showing their strengths. And as Sham said earlier, we have a lot of youngsters in Colombo Renegades, so that's definitely an advantage for them as they're going to have them spread across the field, being able to dive, being able to make such catches like Tevindu just did. It's going to be played perfectly for them. Good bowling from Kavindu. And that's another wicket for Colombo Renegades. They are absolute on fire. Shashika takes that catch, but Kavindu takes a third wicket underneath his sleeve. Honestly, at this point, Colombo Renegades are just enjoying it. They're enjoying the sun, they're enjoying the fun, they're doing exceptionally well, whereas Dubai Mammoths might be feeling a little bit of pressure now. They still need 123 runs in 91 balls. That's 48 for 5 in the 10th over. As you can see, watching the proud captain of Colombo Renegades with his team conversing on what is actually going on, because I'm sure they are just as happy as everyone is watching, as well as shocked, because we weren't expecting this close of a margin between the two teams. Just so smooth. Tevindu once again showing off some batting skills as you look at the mud on his sleeves from that excellent catch that we saw beforehand. I'm sure each and every one of them are very happy with their performance so far. Yet Dubai Mammoths does not go unnoticed until it's all out. I'm sure they have definitely got something up their sleeve and are willing to bring out their big guns to try and get those needed 123 runs in the remaining 91 balls. And the batsman coming in next for Dubai Mammoths is no other than Ramandeep. He was on fire earlier with 4 wickets and managed to score yesterday 71 runs. He's going to bring in the big guns for Dubai Mammoths to try and make a difference to what has seemed to be like a very poor start for our Dubai team. And that, once again, they're climbing, they're trying as much as possible to try and get the rest of the Dubai Mammoths out. Colombo Renegades is not losing anything. Just fell a little bit too short. Ravindu hoping to get his second wicket, but is showing very, very strong bowling at this stage against no other than Ramandeep. Excellent fielding from the Colombo Renegades. They're really not trying to let anything get past these two. But that's a big hit from Ramandeep. And that is a boundary. My bad, sorry, the camera angle again. That is a 6, the umpires called it. We need to change our angle a little bit more. Let's have a look at the replay. Ramandeep definitely came in strong for that one. .55 for 5. It's in the 11th over. Dubai Mammoths still need 116 runs. But that was an excellent 6 from Ramandeep. Coming up to bat is Ranjit, hoping to turn the current run rate of Dubai Mammoths around. Current run rate is 5 runs when the required run rate is 8.29. But Ravindu is not letting it be easy for Mr. Ranjit and the Dubai Mammoths. His bowling has been exceptional, with 3 wickets already underneath his belt with 5 runs. Ranjit takes a big shot, but does not get past the fielders of Colombo Renegades. 56 for 5, 11.11 overs down, and they still need 150 runs in 83 balls. Some excellent bowling from Kavindu. He's really putting the pressure on Ranjit and trying to come up with as much as possible to create some pressure on Ranjit and Ramandeep. And that is exactly what he is doing. Just a light hit from Ranjit straight into the fielder's hands. Up to bat once again is Ramandeep with 6 of 6 balls. Ramandeep was the man of the match yesterday, and he's looking to try get back Dubai Mammoths' momentum because it is severely needed at this stage of the innings. Kavindu on his last ball of the over. Ramandeep takes a big one, but the fielding of Colombo Renegades intercepts the ball from hitting into a boundary. That's exactly what Colombo Renegades need to continue doing. They've already got 5 wickets at such an early stage of this innings. However, Dubai Mammoths are ready to make a comeback, and the man of the match, Ramandeep from yesterday, is looking to change things up. And that is nothing short but another wicket for Dubai Mammoths. That is another amazing wicket for Colombo Renegades. And it's no other. Let's just have a look at this replay. Than Mr. Ramandeep himself. What a catch. Colombo Renegades must be extremely happy with that performance. That's 6 wickets down, 58 for 6. And it's the 13th over. They are definitely very excited with how their performance is going. A little bit shocked on the early wicket for Ramandeep. He managed to score 71 runs yesterday in the first innings. However, he's walking off with not much. Yet, he managed to get 3 wickets in the first innings. But nevertheless, Colombo Renegades is absolutely on fire with 6 wickets down. And they're ready to catch the rest of Dubai Mammoths. The momentum is definitely flowing for Colombo Renegades, and they are definitely feeling the adrenaline off the 6 wickets that they already have. And I'm sure they are ready to hunt them down as Pagarani steps in to the crease to bat for Dubai Mammoths. Up once again bowling for Colombo Renegades is Coven Duque. He's already on 2 wickets and 9 runs, looking to clinch his third one, and he's up against no other than the skipper of Dubai Mammoths, Pagarami. Pagarani with a few small taps for Dubai Mammoths. It's 58 off 6 and we're in the 13th over. Dubai Mammoths needs 113 runs in 74 balls, but Colombo Renegades is not going to give it to them easy as they are already on 6 wickets. Just an easy single run for our Dubai Mammoths. The pace has slowed down quite a fair bit considering at the rate that they are currently playing. They need a substantial amount of runs in 71 balls. With 6 wickets down, I think it's time for them to start building the momentum and to find their right rhythm if Dubai Mammoths is hoping to clinch their win today. We can see the skipper of Dubai Mammoths just trying to find out his own rhythm and to test the conditions of today's ground. Due to the rain over the few days, the ground has become a little bit difficult, especially on the fielding side. So Dubai Mammoths can take that to advantage, but Colombo Renegades doesn't seem to be too affected by the conditions of the pitch as they are performing incredibly well so far. Pagarani is trying to find any gap possible to take on a hit and to gain as much singles as possible. Colombo Renegades not making it too easy for them. And the scorching sun that is coming down right now definitely won't make it any easier for Dubai Mammoths. And you saw it. Let's look at this replay once again. That is another wicket for Colombo Renegades. Let's have a look at this replay. Hits up and straight into the skipper of Colombo Renegades' hands, Shastra Pusegola. That is Ranjit walking off. That's 59 for 7. Colombo Renegades is currently on fire and is hunting down the rest of the Dubai Mammoths. We're wondering what skipper of Dubai Mammoths is thinking right now, as he is also a batsman, but is yet to score a run. They still need 112 runs in 65 balls. Their current run rate is 4.16, when the required run rate is 10 per over. It is definitely not looking in the favour of Dubai Mammoths, as Colombo Renegades is shining very, very hard on their batting. Looking back at this replay, an excellent wicket, straight into Shashika's hands, like said, and off immediately goes Ranjit, knowing that he is the 7th batsman that has fallen to Colombo Renegades. They still need 112 runs in 65 balls. It's 59 for 7 in the 15th over. In to bat now is Mahesh. He had a good first innings when it came to bowling. He managed to get a few wickets under his wings. Let's see how he goes in batting. Ravindu is up to bowl once again. Some yelling between the two batsmen, trying to decide if they were going to run or not. They definitely decided not to, which was the smart decision because Colombo Renegades fielding has been extremely strong. And they are on the hunt to get their 8th wicket. 62 for 7 in the 15th over. Dubai Manor still needs 109 runs in 61 balls. And is that another catch? It indeed is for Tevindu. Colombo Renegades takes another wicket. 62 for 8. That's Mahesh walking off, shaking his head. Let's have a look at this replay. You see Mahesh go right up, continues to go up, and you see Tevindu running across from the other side and straight into his hands, leading to the 8th wicket for Colombo Renegades. This is definitely not what we were expecting, and I'm sure Colombo Renegades is extremely excited and happy with their performance so far. Dubai Mammoths, on the other hand, still need 109 runs in 57 balls to clinch the title. It's looking quite slim. That was a fantastic wicket, once again caught by Tevindu. Their fielding today of Colombo Renegades has been absolutely amazing, and not one mistake has happened. I don't think they've let off an extra as well. I'm not too sure. But compared to yesterday's innings, they have definitely shown a different side of Colombo Renegades. If we have a look at this replay, once again, straight up in the air. Tevindu makes the run for it, and as easy as that, falls right into his hands. Shashiko Pusegola signals another wicket and is very happy. To take on the batting for Dubai Mammoths, up next is Satish, hoping that he can make some sort of difference for the current bad luck that Dubai Mammoths is facing, as it's 62 for 8 in the 16th over, and they still need 109 runs in 57 balls. Slow start for Satish. Unfortunately for Dubai Mammoths, the current run rate is 3.92 and the required run rate is 11.89. They're definitely... And as I'm saying that, that is a 6 for Satish. Exactly what the Colombo Renegades was not expecting, but the Dubai Mammoths is in need of. That was an amazing 6 in the first 6, I believe, of these innings. Let's have a look at this replay again. Satish goes forward and hits an amazing, much-needed 6 for Dubai Mammoths. With that 6 in hand, 103 runs are needed in 54 balls. 68 of the 8th over in our 17th over. 68 off 8 in our 17th over. There is absolutely no doubt that the Dubai Mammoths are feeling an immense amount of pressure to start scoring more runs because they need 103 runs in 51 balls. However, they are cut, and it's up, and that's another wicket for Dubai Mammoths. That's exceptional work for Colombo Renegades. Another wicket gone straight into Tevindu's hands. I'm pretty sure this is his 3rd catch of today's innings. He has been on fire, not letting a single ball go past him. Let's look at this replay. Yep. Directly into Tevindu's hands. And that's the captain of Dubai Mammoths, Pagarani, off, shaking his head as it's 68 for 9. We watched the last batsman walk in
to try see if he can make some kind of difference to this match. But right now, they need 103 runs in 50 balls, and it's looking very, very good for Colombo Renegades. Just looking at this replay again, it's been done so effortlessly by Tevindu. He sees it and he just charges for it, and it comes directly into his hands. He will be very, very happy with how he's doing. We have our final batsman up for Dubai Mammoths. It's Mustafa. They need 103 runs in 50 balls, 68 over 9 in the 17th over. Let's hope he can make a difference. But right now, Colombo Renegades is looking incredibly strong. Just a cheeky run for Mustafa. Up bowling once again is Shashika Posegola, hoping to quickly end the match as there's only one wicket left for Dubai Mammoths and for Colombo Renegades to take this win home. Our local boys have showed that they are doing exceptionally well despite a little bit less runs scored in the beginning to compare to what they were expecting. Coming into the 18th over now, just one wicket left. And it's up if it's going into Tevindu's hand. That's the fourth catch of today, and that's the end of today's match. We have Colombo Renegades taking today's win with all out, 68 for all out. Dubai Mammoths walking off in absolute shock compared to yesterday and what they experienced. But once again, straight up into Tevindu's hands. He makes it look far too easy. Colombo Renegades clenches this win and this day. What an amazing bowling and fielding we have just witnessed. Colombo Renegades won by 102 runs. Excellent work. We see our Dubai Mammoths walking off in a little bit of confusion and a little bit shock. But then the Colombo Renegades follow them behind with absolute joy and excitement because of their exceptional fielding and bowling that we just saw. 102 runs, won by Colombo Renegades. And that's it for today's second match. We saw both teams perform incredibly well. Just happened that Colombo Renegades decided to add a little bit more fire and easily steal it from the Dubai Mammoths. But tune in for tomorrow's match as we will be back once again. Thank you, I'm Jordan, and see you later.